Hello everybody, welcome to the CarlosX360 channel. Today we're going to talk about Call of Duty Black Ops 7. And we're going to start with Black Ops 7 because Call of Duty Next just wrapped up. And I'm going to use the video behind me from Call of Duty Next as like a way to do the video. Okay? It's like a background. Uh, the volume is down because I don't want whoever is on the other side of this window to look at it and go like job down. Anyway, so Black Ops 7 looks good. Honestly, watch. Hold on here. Let me press. Okay. All right. So I'll let it play in a minute. And then I'll talk in a second because it's not going to make sense until it rolls along. Okay, so Black Ops 7 looks fine. Looks good. But once you get past the graphics, what else is there? Innovative gameplay, like putting the bombs on the back of the character. Guns are nice. What do you call it? Homing projectiles sticking to the walls. That seems pretty cool. It reminds me a little bit of Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 4. From Black Ops 2 to Black Ops 4. And I'm including Black Ops 3 here. But once you get past the graphics and the gameplay and the kill streaks and the colors and the crazy kill streaks, that's one of the kill streaks, I think. So that's cool. That's dog. So you got the gunsmith, you got the nice maps, you got the nice futuristic gunplay, weapons. Okay, so you see my point? Okay, there's not much to talk about now. Okay? Because once you get past the graphics, now you're gonna wonder what's behind the game. Is it 60 frames per second? It is 60 frames per second, as you can see so far. Beta is coming soon. 16 multiplayer maps, as far as I can see. Some of them are remastered maps. See? Call of Duty Next just wrapped up. So anyway, I'll let it play for a little bit here. I'll put it down a little bit. So they flew out all these influencers, all these YouTubers to Call of Duty Next every once a year. But they fly them out to get impressions, to do hype, to do marketing for Activision and Microsoft, since Microsoft owns Activision now, so that means they own Call of Duty. So once you get past the graphics, once you get past the gameplay, what else is there? Because all this hype can be nothing or whatever. But here's the thing. Once you get past the graphics, the gameplay, um, the smooth feeling controls, because that's what Call of Duty is known for. It's an arcade shooter. It has always been an arcade shooter. It's always been marketed to um, casuals. We admit it. Okay? I've been a Call of Duty player since 2007, which is Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. Uh, and so we realized that the game is marketed to casuals. Nothing else, nobody else. But there are hardcore players. Okay? So we're gonna start there. For the last 5 years now, Call of Duty has been alienating uh, hardcore players. And you really need the hardcore players to talk to the casuals. And the casuals to talk to the hardcore. Let me start with a story here, okay? The way that I discovered Call of Duty is I went to E3 2 years in a row, okay? Call of Duty 2 and Call of Duty 3. Both was exclusive to Xbox. So I couldn't get them. Or I didn't care. Because I'm not one of those, what they call, history buffs. Okay? I'm the 80s kid. Okay? So I'm not attached to this World War II uh history, World War II theater, World War II storyline, all that. I'm not attached to it. So, Call of Duty 4 was the first game that I ever bought, the first game that I ever really played through the whole time. So, from there, I've been a lifelong Call of Duty fan since. Okay? But the way I purchased Call of Duty 4, it was not by myself. No. My brother, who is a as casual you can get. Okay? He doesn't go buy a video game every November. He just buys a game on a casual whim. And then one day, he was on Xbox 360. His friend was telling him, check out Xbox 360. Check out Call of Duty 4. From there, he was hooked. Because it was realistic, it was crispy. When I say crispy, I mean good graphics, good realistic graphics. It's basically the same thing that you would buy a video game in the 90s for. And in the 90s, it was Mortal Kombat. Okay? So, from here, my brother and I played Call of Duty for many years. That is until Modern Warfare 2, the little long 2, whatever. So 2022 Modern Warfare, that game, it had no soul. It had nothing going for it. I've said this before. It is a soulless game. We didn't buy any more Call of Duty game after that, unless you're talking about Call of Duty 3. I mean, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and I got it with my PlayStation 5. So, where do we go from here? I stopped buying Call of Duty because Black Ops 6 cranked up skill-based matchmaking. Well, let me go backwards a little bit. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 had a little bit of skill-based matchmaking, and it was cranked up a little bit. Up, up, up. Pushing the envelope. Activision was pushing the envelope. Pushing. And then when Black Ops 6 came out, cranking it up. Higher. You can't even swear in any of these games anymore. You can't even use certain words in these games anymore. Okay? It's almost like YouTube, what you're watching right here. Okay? YouTube has an algorithm. Call of Duty has an algorithm. Okay? You look at this gameplay, right? It looks fast, furious, um, speed, aggression, violence. I'm quoting Dr. Disrespect here, so I hope you guys like that. Anyway, so my point is, you see this gameplay. It looks good. 60 frames per second, right? Shooting seems fine. Unless you're talking about hit detection. Looks fine. Okay? Hit detection seems fine here. But behind this little screen, okay, there is like an AI around you, okay? Your player character has AI in it. And so when you shoot a projectile and when you shoot a player, that hit detection can be determined by the AI. The AI is controlling you rather than you playing the game. So, nobody knows about that. Nobody. Okay? But the hardcore of the hardcore will realize it. Okay? I've already talked about this before, but your lag compensation is determined by the AI also. Okay? So, it looks fast. But the problem is, this is LAN. LAN. This is basically a LAN party right here. Okay? And you'll see in a minute. Okay? So, the network is on a self-contained, containing little event. And there's streamers right here. These are streamers, okay? So, I don't know where they're gonna do the fly through, but I'll just talk. Anyway, so, the problem with Call of Duty today, and I'll have a tweet up here in a minute somewhere. But I'll just talk through. I said that Call of Duty's problem has been years in the making, and a lot of people are looking past the graphics. See? Everybody's looking past the graphics. At home, how does it feel? At home. I'm not talking about in a Call of Duty Next environment. I'm talking when you're at home with your game console. See, look, game console right here. Okay? So, when you're at home with your game console, will it play exactly like this? Will it play like this? Okay? That's the question. That's the question everybody is asking. Okay? Everybody is asking themselves, is this gonna have see how that you see? See? In the back, you see? This is 1 player, this is 2 players, 3 players, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They invited everybody to Call of Duty Next. So, that is in a close environment LAN party. Okay? They are connected to each other in a like close environment. I don't know what you call it when you're talking Activision. So that's what they're doing. But when you connect to Call of Duty, when you connect into a Call of Duty network, you're connecting to Call of Duty servers. Call of Duty servers. Okay? And when you connect your console to their servers, it's gonna be. Is it gonna be smooth, or is it gonna be dictated by the AI? That or is it gonna be determined by your internet and connection? Is it gonna be determined by Microsoft servers or the AI in between? Is it going to be determined by the AI that is following you throughout the whole Call of Duty servers? Those are questions that a lot of people are asking. Okay? And a lot of the gameplay seems typical of a Call of Duty game. Okay? A lot of people are saying there's nothing new here. This seems like a new game in a new skin. So, a lot of people are like underwhelmed. A lot of people don't feel like this is like. I'm drawing a blank because I feel the same way. And this is the problem with when you treat your customers like a number, you end up alienating everybody out. You end up pushing them away. So, yeah. I'll bring up a little tweet here in a second here. Alright, so this is what I said. Okay? A lot of people say that a video game crash is coming. And I say, no guys, it's here. You just don't realize it. I do. I saw the 1983 gaming crash. We got cheaper games. But then people got more apprehensive with buying games with MSRP tag on it. For those of you who don't know what MSRP is, it's manufacturer suggested retail price. Okay? Call of Duty is currently getting this with Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and Call of Duty Black Ops 7 for about 5 years now. Activision got away with SBMM. People threw their hands up during Modern Warfare 2 2022, and they thought it was a great idea to crank it up during Black Ops 6, and they got a cake slapped onto their faces now. And when I say that, I meant during CODNext, like you just saw, okay? Because nobody is buying what Activision is selling with Black Ops 7 during CODNext. Usually, at this point, people get hyped for a new Call of Duty game. But I'm seeing lower hype than ever. People are looking past the graphics. I'll go to another post that I made, okay? Just so you understand what I mean, what I said earlier today, okay? Earlier in this video, I should say, okay? The graphics are honestly good. The maps and guns are cool. But I can't get past the algorithm, the SBMM. I think a lot of people are being wiser with their money. I'm glad a lot of people are looking past the shiny graphics. More and more people are getting tougher on being sold a video game. My brother, who's a casual, asked me about Battlefield 6. People are just fed up with the manipulation. Okay? I'll go down a little bit more. Hold on here. Whoops, sorry. Alright. So, again, this is going back to what I just said in a second ago. CODNext. Hashtag. Okay? Call of Duty Black Ops 7 looks graphically awesome. That isn't the issue. What the last 5 years has shown is that people are waking up to algorithms. Graphics do sell games. But what are you doing underneath? SBMM is going to kill Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I love Call of Duty. But unless the issues from the last 5 years are addressed, sales will continue to tank. You will be able to sell to people who are none the wiser, but it's the hardcore that keep the community alive. You might be too big to fail, okay? That is a quote that Activision just said like a few weeks ago, a month ago at this point. So they said they are too big to fail. But how long are you going to sell Call of Duty? That's the question, okay? So, yes, Call of Duty is big. And I'll tell you why. I've said this before on this channel. I said that Call of Duty has 400 million copies sold, installed, and streamed. Since we're talking about Game Pass. Since we're talking about Netflix style streaming stuff. So, yes, Call of Duty is too big to fail. But when you say that out loud to everybody else, you're gonna be looked at as an egotistical employee of Activision. Okay? Call of Duty usually sells between 10 to 20 million copies of each Call of Duty game since Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4, since that time. Okay? The biggest Call of Duty was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 remake. Okay? That game sold 30 million copies. Okay? And then it was followed on by Call of Duty Warzone, which has 70 million installs. Downloads or installs. So that's where we're at. That's going to push Call of Duty above the weight class that everybody else aspire to. Okay? Battlefield 6 is going to sell pretty well. That's being modest. But Battlefield as a franchise only sold 88 million copies. I'm sorry. That's small. So whoever is in charge of Battlefield today, which is Vince Zampella, the same developer behind Apex Legends, Titanfall, the Star Wars games by Electronic Arts. But I think that Vince Zampella has a really tall order, and whoever owns Electronic Arts has a tall order to outsell Call of Duty this year, and then keep going. So this is going to be a very hard job for them. I don't know if they can do it, but hey, that's where we're at with that post. So at this point, I think you got the point. So I'll end this video here with a closing thought. Okay? I think Call of Duty has a lot to prove. And the top 3 issues, I'll put it down in the end card over here. Okay? It's going to be right here. I'll put it right here at the end of this video. Okay? So, Call of Duty has 3 big issues. And they talked about like disbanding lobbies. But a lot of people think that is a small issue. But there are 3 big issues. Okay? Number 1 is SBMM/EOMM. They're interchangeable, and I called it SBMM because I don't want Activision to get away with this crap. No, I don't. The second problem is servers, 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 servers. Server, 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 server. Why? Lag. But here's the problem. And this is what I said on Facebook. Okay? So I said that you have two big problems inside Call of Duty. When you play the game, you're not just sending one packet to the other side of the world. Okay, you're sending um your your player character and your connection with their server, but then you are also putting AI in there, and I've already explained this in a different two different videos, by the way. Okay, I'll leave it down there in the description. Go down there and see it. I'll leave it down there. Okay, so you have your player character. You also have the AI following you to nerf your gameplay. You're being nerfed in real time, guys. Okay? When you play around a game, you're shooting, it's predicting where your bullet is gonna go. It's predicting where your player, your opponents are gonna be. Are they gonna be over here? Are they gonna be over here? Are they gonna be over here? That's what they're predicting. Okay? And when you have 1,000 variables all over the place, you're gonna have lag. The third big problem is chat. It might seem like a minor problem, but it's a big problem in the grand scheme of everything that you're playing in Call of Duty. Because that chat box, and I'm not just talking about you on your headset over here, yeah, your headset or your microphone, you're talking to somebody else. We're not just talking about that. We're talking about um, text. So when you text somebody and you say it's something bad, whether it be your mic or your text, if you say something bad, you'll get banned. And then that slippery slope, okay? That's a slippery slope, okay? Once you do that, you can ban anybody for AFK, away from keyboard. Okay? So if you put down your keyboard or your controller, guess what? You are gonna get banned. It's kind of like the other idle feature that we had in Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4. Same one. It's the same moderation system. So that slippery slope goes from you playing the game legitimately to you saying something bad to doing nothing bad. And the anti cheat is not doing anything for anybody other than what we consider like classes of players. Um, Privileged groups. Okay? So these people favor. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm gonna go political here. These people today, they're leftists. They are trying to ban anybody that plays like a hardcore. And when you go to these events. Okay, these events. If you get an invite from Activision, you, talking to you, you have to say something good about the game. You cannot go outside of that while you're there or the week after. These people, they will protect streamers and unban streamers even though they've done something wrong. If you don't believe me, you can watch 3 channels that I recommend. Direct, Fully, Blame Truth. Activision, these guys right here, don't like them. Even though that they are speaking truth. And they think that the majority of Call of Duty fans are stupid. It's kind of true, but not everybody is stupid. I'm not stupid. Fully's not stupid. Plain truth. Anthony is not stupid. I don't know. A lot of people are not stupid, okay? But the thing is, this game is being marketed to casuals, the stupid people. People who have no wise, who aren't wise to what's going on in Call of Duty itself. They think that when they're playing the game, it might be just a glitch. But when you really looked at it, it's deliberate. Okay? And Activision's excuse is if you pump stomp these players, they're gonna leave the game. But as a lot of these players have shown you, we have shown you that the player retention is not there. So even if you sell these games, are you going to keep the player in the game for a long period of time until the next Call of Duty game? Steam numbers are telling you they're going to leave. Okay? It's because you are manipulating everybody. Okay? That's why skill-based matchmaking should be removed. But they're not going to because they want money. I've seen people buying skins. Okay? The skins are not the problem. The problem is when you charge, let's say, $20 for a bundle. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a great example of this. I'm an 80s kid, okay? So I grew up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I got no problem with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles walking around in this game. No. Because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a mature comic. Yes. But the cartoons and the movies, PG. So, if it's in Call of Duty, the problem is when you charge players egregiously and then you put in American Dad, you put Beavis and Butthead in there, and then you charge them what, $20 for each? That doesn't make sense, especially if the Toon World was released a little later. It should be released at the same time as American Dad and Beavis and Butthead, and those two should be cheaper. $10 is not expensive. $10 it's just, who cares? Who cares? But what people really don't want is cartoons going all over the place in this little screen. See, this is a realistic game. It's a futuristic game, but what my point is, they don't want let me say what's Johnny Bravo running around. They don't want like I forgot the show, dude. But they don't want Bart Simpsons running around. They don't want Homer Simpsons running around. They don't want Pikachu running around. They don't want Jigglypuff running around. They don't even want the Pika Pika sound. No, they don't. Okay? So, Call of Duty has kids, yes, but it's targeted towards casuals in the upper class. Let's say 20 to 30s. 40s and 50s is just pushing it. But what I'm saying is, they're trying to market to of age people, you know. Teenagers is fine, but kids, that's pushing it. So you have the middle. But the problem is, these kids, they buy the game via their parents, and their parents don't pay attention to what they're playing, so they become these degenerates. It's a long story, and it's overcomplicating what I'm trying to say here, and I'm trying to get across a point, and I don't think I'm making the point correct. And I'm trying my best. I don't know what else to say. I'm just saying that there's a lot of problems that Call of Duty has, and it needs to be addressed, but they don't want it to be addressed. They just want to do the bare minimum. Just do the graphics, just do the gameplay, just do this, do that, and then be done with it. And also, and on top of that, they don't care about the quality of the game. So then you end up with a lower quality video game, and then you spend $70, and then you waste your money, and then what? I don't know if my heart is speaking here, and I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm trying to make sense, and I don't think I can get across anybody. So I'm just gonna leave it there. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment on the video, share the video. Talk about CarlosX360. I'll see you guys later. Stay awesome. Thank you for watching.